Hello, Brunch Babes, and thank you so much for joining me for this edition of Business Over Brunch. My name is Kima. I am your host and creator. I am also the senior publicist for Maddie Clay Branding and Public Relations and agency director for Redhead Creative Media Group. So, if you tuned in last week or a couple of weeks ago, you know that this month, of course, is Women's History Month. And for this month, we are highlighting some wonderful women in business, some innovators in the beauty industry. So, today, I'm speaking with Miss Brittany Golden. She is the creator of IGL Nails. So, of course, we know press-ons aren't new, but we're going to talk about why I see her as an innovator and how she's creating her own path in the beauty industry. So, I'm going to go ahead and bring Brittany up so she can join me for brunch. Hi, Brittany.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for joining me for brunch. And I see this little thing keeps peeking through. So, before we go, right. Before we get to introducing yourself, of course, it's Saturday. It's brunch time. I'm enjoying a little ocean spray frescas. What are you having for brunch today?
I am having water.
Listen, we all need it.
I'm so bad at drinking water, so I got this so that it would like encourage me to drink it more. Especially being an entrepreneur, it's so hard to actually get water in. So I'm making it a priority.
Awesome. Yeah, I haven't had any water today, so I'm way behind schedule. So I'm definitely going to catch up when we're done. So, Brittany, thanks so much for joining me for brunch today. I'm super excited to talk about you and the path that you're creating in the beauty industry as a nail technician and creator of a press-on nail line. So, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Okay, let me put my big old jug down. My name is Brittany. I'm trying to like look in the camera. My name is Brittany. I own a company called IGL Nails. We have really cute press-on nails, and I've had this company since 2020, so it is my pandemic baby. I'm a solopreneur. I do have some help, but the everyday hustle of things, it's definitely me by myself. And I've been pushing to grow my company for the last 2 years. My background is actually in graphic design. So I worked corporate for 4 years doing graphic design and then started learning how to do videography. I started a YouTube channel. And so all of these things kind of led me to where I am today with having IGL Nails as my brand.
Awesome. Well, we definitely want to talk about that. So I can definitely see being a graphic designer as very, a very good part of being a creator for your press-on nail brand. Of course, videography, photography, that means you shoot your own promos and all that good stuff. So definitely everything is there. So what motivated you to create your own? Well, first of all, I didn't hear nail technician. So you don't have no license or anything like that. Okay. So what motivated you to create your line of press-on nails?
So COVID actually did. It's this company kind of came out of thin air. Which really makes me believe that this is where I'm supposed to be because God has led all of my steps to get to where I am right now, including starting the company. So I used to get acrylics all the time. And I actually have on short nails today. I am not a short nail girl, but today, well, I've had these on for 4 days. I don't know why I want to wear short nails lately, but whatever. The nail shop shut down because of COVID, and I loved getting my nails done. And I liked being able to express my personality through my nails. As you can see, I like colors and designs. And so when the shops closed, I decided that I was going to teach myself how to do nails. And so I was teaching myself how to do acrylic nails, teaching myself how to do dip powder nails, and practicing on my family. And I just was not good at it. I was really, really bad. So I said, I'm not going to let this hinder me from having my nails done. Let me see what, press-on nails are looking like nowadays. I know that they sell them at like CVS and Walgreens and things like that. And, we could order online and things shipped in from Amazon. And so I started doing research, like looking for some nails, and I didn't like any of the nails that I saw. They were just very traditional looking, very classic styles. You can always find a French tip or a nude that really wasn't brown girl friendly. So it just wasn't appealing for me. And so I decided that I was going to start just making my own press-on nails. So I started by doing custom designs and showing them off on social media. And people were like, oh, can you make me some? Can you make me some? And that's how IGO Nails kind of started, by me doing custom nails. And when I realized that this was something that was actually turning into a business, I decided that I wanted to figure out how to make it scalable, because it would take me 2 hours to custom design nails.
Mm-hmm.
And during COVID, it was fine. I mean, I really have anything else to do. It was very therapeutic, but I knew that COVID wasn't going to last forever.
Right.
And I wanted my business, I wanted this to be something that could create legacy for me and my family, because I knew that there was a space for it, because there weren't any like outstanding press on nails in the industry. So I decided that I was going to go in and dominate. And so I work with a manufacturer, and now I have manufactured press on nails. So now my nail styles can be mass produced.
Awesome. So, yeah, so many things this pandemic has shown us. Like, if you were sitting on anything, if you had any creativity that just needed to get out,
Yep.
this was the perfect time to do it. So, let's kind of skip ahead, because we're kind of coming out of the pandemic, maybe considering the endemic or whatever they call it, like the flu. Of course, nail shops are back open. People are getting kind of back to the normal way of life. Do you see a decrease in press on nails, or do you think that people have come to love like the convenience and the variety and the cost effectiveness of press on nails? How do you foresee that moving, helping you to be able to, stay, maintain, and move forward?
I definitely think that press on nails are here to stay, for a few reasons. One, I feel like so many people discovered their love for DIY. I call
Mhm.
2020 the DIY year. And so, because of that, people have realized how convenient press on nails are. And so, you have those people who are not going to go back to the nail shop because they discovered press on nails, and they're like,
Mhm.
why? I really don't see the reason to go back, because with press on nails, if you prep your nails properly, they can last just as long as
Yeah.
acrylics, and they don't harm your actual nail beds. So
Right.
you have those people. You have the people who are sick and tired of the inflation of prices, and the nail shops prices have skyrocketed.
Yes, indeed.
So what you were getting for $40 is now, 60, $80. And that's just for a basic gel, or a basic,
Hmm.
no length, no design. People are tired of that. And then the third thing is that there was actually a world of people who liked press on nails before COVID.
Right.
And those people are first time, not first time moms, but like they're new mothers, or they're busy women, or these are women who have health conditions who cannot wear traditional acrylic nails, or they're in the health field where they lift weights, and they can't wear, they can't have nails on for a long period of time. And so those people will also continue to purchase press
Right.
nails.
Yeah, you definitely make a point there. Because ahead of the pandemic, I actually represented someone who had a custom press-on nail line, and one of the things that she was looking to do was to be a designer for some of the lead companies, and then eventually get her nails to be manufactured. So I definitely see, all of those things. Going back into the nail shop for the first time after the pandemic, and they were like, your pedicure is excellent. I'm like, what? A few minutes ago, it was, a few months ago, it was only, so much. So you're absolutely right. Pricing has increased, and I only see it going forward from there as, trends continue to come around, products, the everything that's contributing to that, supply shortages, different things like that. So you do definitely make a good point in regards to all three of those things. So when it comes to like the different nail trends
Mhm.
and press on nails, like how do you see that industry evolving to go along with the trends? Because like right now, I'm definitely seeing more variety in shapes and lengths.
Yep.
But how about like designs? Like you have some wonderful designs on your website. So how do you see like the press on nail industry keeping up with like the different trends that are going on right now?
So surprisingly, I think, and this is so on target for what's happening in the world right now, I feel like that there is a country whose name I won't mention. Sorry about my dogs.
It's okay.
I feel like that there is a country whose name I won't mention that has always been ahead in the nail industry. And so I follow a lot of them on social media. And where I see designs going is people are really getting into 3D design,
Yes.
which is like you see people with like gummy bears on their nails, or like these big furry things on their nails. And I feel like it'll be, what I plan to do is that instead of already having the nails with it on there, it's selling these cute kits on the side. So it's like
Okay.
that way you can do it yourself and you can decide how much 3D you want to happen with your nails. And then also just talking about a box, putting 3D inside of a box is just not cost efficient. That means the box would have to be bigger. I'd have to redesign, and it's really just too much. So
Right.
it's really just like, pivoting and figuring out how I can stay with the trends but still be cost effective. And I think abstract designs are still here. They're not going anywhere. People still like a solid color, but more bright tones. So I'm going to stick in that space. And yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So like when you think about the different shapes, like the extra pointy, the stiletto, the coffin, like all of those things, I've seen a lot more of that, with the nail companies, the press on nail companies that are out now. So I'm interested to see how some of those companies are going to, like you said, look at some of the trends, the 3D, some of those things. I'm like, okay, like I saw one today. They literally, I can't remember the page. It was like on my explore page. They literally designed a nail that had a mesh little thing under the nail. And I want to say it may have been like a coffee holder. I saw them dip the nail into the water so I'm like, okay, that's too much. Who's going to walk around that? Maybe you just created this for Instagram. I don't know.
Right.
So, like some of the weird things that we've seen, do you actually see some of those things actually being put on a nail and being sellable to the general public? Like some things that you've seen that are weird.
General public, no.
Okay.
But I can absolutely see that being done in the custom press on nail world for editorial purposes. Like if you look at like Megan Thee Stallion, Saweetie, who am I missing? I'm good. I'm so mad that I'm blanking on her name right now. She's a concert coming to LA in 2 weeks. The girls that wear the extra long nails, you notice that they're switching their nails up with their outfits. So
Exactly.
they're definitely wearing press on nails. So I can see them doing that for editorial reasons or shoots, but the regular everyday woman, no.
Right. I'm just like, who's gonna do all of that?
It's not
First of all, that's nasty.
The point of the nail is to be functional. And so there's a time and a place. And at least my brand, I mean, maybe that's a space where someone else can fill, that they have manufactured nails that are just extremely out of this world. That's great. But that's not where I want my brand to go. I want my brand to be for the everyday woman or man who wants to wear press on nails and make it convenient to their lifestyle.
Absolutely. So what are some of the nail trends that you've seen as far as like shapes that you have not adapted that people won't be able to see? Like I remember a few years ago there was the inverted nail. Like I didn't understand the point of that. So what are some of those nail trends that you've seen that you yourself haven't put into the line or feel like you won't put into your line?
As far as shapes, I have stiletto. I have pretty much all of the traditional, not even just traditional. I pretty much have the scale of shapes. So I have short square, pointy stiletto, long coffin, short coffin, medium coffin. I haven't really dipped into the nails that have like the piercings on them. Have you seen those? I haven't dipped into that yet. And I haven't dipped into the long square nails.
Okay.
And I don't know if I will dip into the long square nails. I like the coffin shape. I like that my nails are a bit more, how can I say it? They have more of a narrow shape. So to me, they look more natural when you put them on. Whereas the square nails, they look like acrylics.
Right.
So I don't know if I'm going to go into that space. You know which ones I'm talking about. Extra long, super C curve.
Yes.
I see myself going into that space.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely probably one of those that would be like another editorial style or something like that for a press on. So yeah, I've been seeing so many different things, and you're right. There are some people who discovered the convenience of the press on nail during the pandemic. I was getting into them before because, like I said, I represented a client that was a press on nail designer, and so that kind of got me into it. So being home, I would just go to the Walgreens and buy a couple of packs here, go to Target, buy a couple of packs there. So it's definitely something that I can see myself getting into for the long haul. So what are some ways that you would suggest that people, like you said, take care of the nail so that they last for more than 4 or 5 days?
So if you want your nails to last for an uber long time, it's all about how you prep your natural nail beds. Um, it's not as simple as just like, oh, I'm going to put some glue and put the nail on. When you do that, your nail may last for the day, but I wouldn't be surprised if it popped off. You have to file your nail down. It's basically like giving yourself a mini manicure. You got to file your nail down, push back your cuticles, and the key, the biggest key to make your press-ons adhere to your natural nail is to clean your nails off with alcohol, because that takes off all oils, it takes off any like residue, and then let them dry down, and then you want to apply your nail. So if you want something like short wear, like I'm wearing mine with adhesive tabs, even though I've had them on for 3 or 4 days now. Mine are lasting through showers, through washing my hair. So I have this thing on because I wash my hair. It's because I prepped my nail underneath the adhesive tabs that they're able to last this long. When you use the liquid glue, you can keep your nails on for up to 3 weeks. And it's the same thing. You have to prep your nails to make them stay on.
I haven't had mine to last for 3 weeks yet, but I think the longest I got was a week. But I'm always like touching my hair, you know, oils, different things like that. So some good points. So let's jump into the big part of the conversation is the manufacturing of it. So you are one of the first Black-owned press-on lines that is being manufactured. What was that experience like for you, and how do you feel like having, you know, been one of those people to create your own lane and, you know, pave the way for others to come behind you?
I have a lot of feelings about it. One, it was very difficult because, like I said, I told you I started with custom nails, and so making that transition was hard because you do have to do a lot of sourcing, a lot of research, and there's no one else really doing it, or if they are, I don't know them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know them personally. I haven't seen it, and it's not like I can just call up Kiss and be like, "Hey, how do you do this, this, and that?" So it was. I want to say at least 5 or 6 months of research and finding manufacturers and reaching out to them and getting quotes and getting samples and just a lot of research. And so that was a little daunting. I'm not going to lie. But now that I am here, I think it's really cool because I do get women who contact me and they're like, can you mentor me in this space? Can you tell me what you did? And I do believe in sharing as much knowledge I can without just giving you the recipe. Because I think that there's benefits to doing it on your own. I think there are benefits to doing it on your own, and there are definitely benefits to having a mentor. So I'll do as much as I can, but I'm not going to just give you the water. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it took me 6 months to get to where I am. And I think because it took me that long, I have a lot of pride in my brand, and it gave me a lot of knowledge to be able to share, you know, some of the tidbits that I've learned. And I want other women to be able to do the same thing. And I feel like if you're just giving out the knowledge from A to Z, they are not then able to help someone else behind them because they don't really know. So, yeah, I feel like it was a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, that's always happens when you're the first one to come through and, you know, knock down the granite and get ready to pave the way for that. So from a cost standpoint, I know there's always that money factor that people want to know about. For someone who maybe, you know, have done the research or they have beginning their research, how much, or ideally, how much should someone look to invest with starting their own press online?
With just starting, if you want to talk about like product, samples, and I would even say like putting some money into marketing, I would say between $5,000 to $8,000.
Okay.
To start. Yeah.
So that's not too bad. It's definitely doable. Not too bad, but it's still some zeros behind it. So you definitely want to make sure that, you know, you're doing your research, of course, looking to see what are some of the best places to source. So what is coming next for you? I know you mentioned possibly the 3D kits. So what are some things that you have for 2022 that you're looking forward to for IGL Nails?
I'm looking forward to expanding my brand a little bit. So people have always told me that my glue is really, really good. And so I've decided to brand my glue outside of the box.
Okay.
And so now my glue is going to be called the Best Damn Nail Glue. And then I'm
All
also
right.
going to have the Best Damn Nail Adhesives. And they're going to be great because now if you do buy nails from somewhere else, which you totally can, you can purchase my glue and make sure that your nails actually stay on. Another space that I'm looking at is brush on nail glue. So
Okay.
that's less messy.
Mm-hmm.
That's being tested right now. And I'm also testing Gel X. So basically it'll be like a DIY press on nail kit. And instead of it having color, you'd have the same box style, but your nails will be clear so that you can design them yourself. But everything you need to do the Gel X process will be in your box.
Awesome. So yeah, I've tried the brush on nail glue, and depending upon the brand, I do think sometimes the result is a little bit better
Yeah.
than the regular glue tube. So awesome. I'm super excited for you. So for someone, we've already kind of talked about the research and the money. So for someone who's looking to start their own nail line, what is one thing, one challenge that you face that you'd be willing to share, that one little piece of information to help them get through that hurdle?
Let me see. I think that the first one of the biggest challenges for me in the beginning was the paperwork. Like there's so much paperwork. Um, One thing that I recently learned that I wish I knew from the beginning that I'm totally willing to share is that if you find a manufacturer, ask them if they've tested their products. Because when you're ready to get into big box retailers, they're gonna want to know if the products have been tested, if they're certified safe.
Okay.
And that was one of the things that held me back for 3 months because I was trying to just figure out, like, have my products been tested through the manufacturer already?
Mhm.
And so yeah, I'm telling you now, ask up front if the products have been tested, because if you have products that haven't and you get to a space where your company grows and you want to get into big box retail, you're going to either have to find a new manufacturer or you're going to have to get these tested yourself, which can be really expensive.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Good piece of advice. So a couple of things, couple of takeaways is number one, of course, research. That's with any business that you're starting, manufacturers, sourcing, supplies, colors, different things like that.
Yeah.
Money wise, about $5,000 to $8,000. So if you don't have it, you definitely want to save up before you launch, and then make sure that your products are tested to get
Yeah.
ready for that retail experience. So awesome. So speaking of retail, you are in California, Texas, Georgia, any place that you aren't located, any state that you're currently not located in, where would you like your next retail placement to be?
I mean, honestly, I want to be all over the world. Like I've been doing research on beauty supplies in Europe, in London, because the scene out there with us, we are definitely there.
Mm-hmm.
And I target Black-owned beauty supplies for a reason. And so I know that they exist there, they exist in Asia, and they exist in Africa. So
Okay.
my goal is to expand outside of the country. But of course, I want to dominate every state that's here. So
Right.
currently trying to work on getting Virginia.
Awesome. That's not too far. And I'll be in Atlanta in a couple of months. So hopefully I'll be close enough to one of the locations to get them
Oh
in
yeah, that's
person.
cool.
Yeah. So awesome. So you are definitely paving the way for some young ladies watching this to show that, yes, we can also have our own press on nail line. And not only that, have it manufactured and placed in retail stores along with Kiss and all the other nail companies that are out there. We are definitely not Lee Press on Nails
Nope.
anymore. And if you know what Lee press on nails are, you're probably as old as I am.
Yeah, we're not playing with those anymore.
Right. Lee press on nail is probably like the equivalent to the kitty makeup kits that
Exactly.
that we used to have. That was the gimme that you can go into the store and get a box without your mom and dad saying it was too grown or whatever. So definitely anything that we haven't touched on that you'd like to share with our brunch babes out there.
I want you guys to, or you ladies, to keep a lookout for IGL Nails. You can shop online. You can shop at a lot of the indie retail locations that I'm in now. And hopefully before the end of the year, you'll be able to shop at a big box retailer that I can't reveal yet, but I'm working on it. So
we are going to be looking out. Yes, 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 yes. So make sure you follow her on Instagram, IGL Nails, and turn on those notifications and listen out for that big announcement that should be coming soon. Brittany, thank you so much for joining me today for brunch. Thank you all also for tuning in. We are super excited to feature this amazing brand. I have already been on the website to see some styles that I'm going to peep out. So my name is going to be coming through your order system very shortly.
okay.
So make sure that you are tuning in. Again, we are here with Business Over Brunch. We air every first and third Saturday. So make sure that you're tuning in and watching us. You can view us live. Excuse me, you can view us on YouTube. You can listen in on Anchor or Spotify. Again, my name is Kima. I am your host and creator. We are joined today by the lovely Brittany Golden of IGL Nails. And until the next time, be blessed and enjoy whatever is on your brunch.